In today's video, I'm going to break down 7 high maintenance beauty habits that make you look effortlessly low maintenance. Not only is this going to make you feel beautiful and confident, this also ensures that you don't panic when you really need to show up. If you're new here, hi there, I'm Samira. I talk about feminine energy, mindset, and rebuilding your life in a way that actually works for women without the burnout and extremes. Okay, I am low key embarrassed to admit this, but I put in a lot of work to look effortless. When you see women at the 7 a.m. school drop off looking polished and confident and glowing, did you really think that just happened? Did you really think they woke up at 5 a.m. every day to pull it all together? No, no. The work was all done behind the scenes. These are the women that have a lot of high maintenance habits that make them appear low maintenance and effortless, naturally effortless. And when I say high maintenance, I'm not meaning like constant effort, a daily to do list. I mean the setup and the standards to protect it. You do the work once and life feels easy. And here's the part that no one talks about. The goal of this is not to appear perfect all the time. It's just so that you don't panic when you don't have time. So you're not scrambling, you're not stressed, and you're not already behind. Now, I've been told by a lot of people in my friends and family and circle at work in my 20s and 30s that I always look put together. This is actually one of the traits that my husband admitted that he found very attractive about me. My hair was already done, my makeup was already applied, and I was always ready to go whenever we had something planned. And real quick before we dive in, if you're tired of hustling and have this strong calling to slow down, I created a free 7-day soft life workbook challenge. It's a simple but powerful way to shift your energy in alignment with the woman you deserve to become. You can check it out in the link below. Before I get into the 7 habits, I want to acknowledge that I can easily just list out the beauty tips that work out for me personally. Routine haircuts, gua sha, dry brushing, laser hair removal, which I do by the way, and they do work, but I know my audience and every woman is different. What works for me may not work for you. What matters is not copying routine. It's about building systems that you do not have to think about. Habit number 1, consistent grooming cycles, not daily styling. Research has shown that women that look naturally put together rarely style on the daily basis. They maintain cycles. This looks like haircuts before the damage shows, getting your brows shaped regularly so you don't need filling. Another example is keeping your nails neutral so the chips are not noticeable. Why does this work? Humans perceive consistency as attractive, and neutral and maintained features reduce the visual noise. Now, how is this high maintenance? Now, for me, when it comes to my hair, I get a haircut every 4 to 6 months. This is to ensure that it prevents damage. I don't allow the split ends to grow out, and it keeps my hair looking fresh and healthy at all times. On top of that, I spent a lot of work finding the right stylist that knows how to cut my specific type of hair. Surprisingly, you would think that thick hair is easy to style for a hairstylist, but it's actually not. One thing that I know for my hair is that it can get really heavy, and I need someone to know how to texturize and thin it out so that it falls easily and effortlessly. Whenever I moved from the States to Canada, having to find this stylist took me a very long time and a lot of trial and error. Knowing that I had gone to some inexperienced stylists or stylists that just didn't know how to deal with thick hair, I go as far as when I make an appointment, I find someone that's level 4, the most advanced stylist, and make sure I ask, are they able to deal with thick hair and texturize? And just to ensure that I get the type of haircut that I can just style easily and it falls down effortlessly. But think about how much work that went into that. It's not just I just go by and just wing it and just assume that every hairstylist knows how to cut my hair. No, I put in the work to finally find someone that I now go to and knows my hair well. And even with her, it took trial and error. She didn't thin it enough for me or didn't cut it enough for me so that when I do take a shower and blow dry it, I need it to be cut in a way that makes it the easiest for me to style. For my eyebrows, I have very thick, coarse hair on my eyebrows, and it's a bit shaped in a way that's not my desired look. So I would always go to a professional to fix my eyebrows. However, I live in a small town where there's not that many women here that know how to thread eyebrows and haven't met anyone experienced enough to thread my eyebrows the way I wanted. I had to learn how to do it myself. It was such a hassle to try to drive out and find someone that I liked that I found myself not grooming my eyebrows as much. And I was like, this can't be a thing. Like, I can't just walk out with a face full of makeup and overgrown eyebrows and not the shape that I want. So I went out of my way to teach myself how to style my own eyebrows. I know this is a work in progress. I'm not saying I know how to style my eyebrows really well, but these are just little high maintenance things I had to do to ensure that my eyebrows are well kept. As for nails, this is a personal preference. I do not like going to the nail salon. I know a lot of women find it therapeutic. For me, I just find it a bit boring. And personally, I find healthy nails to be the most attractive. And I do know in my experience that when I have gotten acrylics or gel, it makes my nails very brittle. So, one thing I've learned to do is to keep my nails healthy and strong. So, a few tips that I do is that I make sure that I routinely oil up my cuticles. I have a nail filer in my purse, I have a nail filer in my bedroom, that every time I need to file it and fix it, if I have like a broken nail, I immediately do that. And I've only used nail polish, for a special event. Like, let's say I'm going to a wedding or a night out with friends or with my husband, and I immediately clean it back up just because I'm so focused on having healthy nails. So, why are these grooming tips so high maintenance? It's because you plan ahead. This takes scheduling, this takes money, this takes learning curve, like with my eyebrows, and it takes foresight. But why does this look so low maintenance? Because nothing ever looks off. My hair is easily styled thanks to all the work I put into getting a hairstylist. My nails are always clean and doesn't have chip nail polish, and it's not outgrown with gel. It looks pretty clean and hygienic, in my opinion. So nothing ever looks off. You're not fixing, you're not compensating. You just look put together with no effort. And most importantly, this prevents panic. Even on rush days, I'm saying this to my fellow moms out there that are juggling a lot, you already look acceptable. And acceptable is calm. Habit number 2, repeatable hairstyles and makeup system. Beauty editors constantly note that effortless women use the same look repeatedly. Examples are like same hairstyles rotations, maybe 2 to 3 styles max, same makeup placement, and same color palette for like makeup and clothes. And why does this work for you? It reduces decision fatigue and creates recognizability. People think you always look good. For me personally, I either part my hair in the middle and have it down, or I might do like a side thing. And me personally, I don't really put it up much. I always style my hair with a 1.5 inch curler, and I've just recently started picking up rollers. But to sometimes avoid getting that curled look and just get like a blowout look, I've been using curlers. I always style my hair as soon as I get out of the shower. I know this doesn't work for everyone, but with my type of hair, I am very grateful that I can get away with having my hair styled for a few days after I take a shower. I know that when I do updos or if I do a ponytail, and let's say I do something trendy, I constantly like fidget and touch my hair and it ends up getting oily, or I'm constantly looking in the mirror, and just that anxious, fidgety look of doing something new kind of gives off an unconfident vibe. So I just go with the looks that I know it will make me feel comfortable and the most confident in. And I also have really thick hair that when I do have updos and I want to follow a trend that everyone else is doing, it hurts. I know this is like a good problem to have and I shouldn't be complaining, but I'm just explaining why sometimes, let's say, the clean girl look may not necessarily work for you. So this is just a style that I have repeatedly. I know this looks best for me and feels the best for me, and it's on rotation. For the makeup placement, I personally know that I have high contrast features, and sometimes being bold with the eye and the lips and heavy on the bronzer and blush look really good on me. And it may not necessarily look good on you if you have fair features. Everyone has their own style that looks best for them, and you can go to TikTok for what looks best for you. I tried to do the clean girl makeup and it looked like I had no makeup on. I looked washed off, and I was like, I need to get back to my dark eyeliner, my heavy bronzer and blush, and a bit of a nude lip that enhances my features. At the same time, I've also stuck to a certain color palette for makeup and clothes. I got rid of all of the bright color eyeshadows that I had. It was exciting to buy, but I found myself never using it. So I got rid of those. I got rid of my bright color lipsticks as well because I just found myself like never wearing it. So I just keep it very simple. Like everything that's in my makeup bin, I use it every day. And same for outfits. I've discovered what is my color palette. So because I have like olive skin and like dark hair, I am a true winter, it's what it's called. And this color palette that has color navy and maroon and black and gray, these are colors that suit me really well. So I literally have just filtered out those colors in my closet and keep it like that, so that ensures that whatever color I wear is easily picked in my closet and makes me look good easily. Now, why is this high maintenance? Figuring out what actually works for your face and your hair and your body. then you commit to it versus just experimenting daily. Why does this come off low maintenance? You're never debating what to do. People assume you're naturally good at beauty because you look consistent. And why this is important for me on days that you feel rushed and you don't want to panic. There is no decision fatigue when you are late or tired. Habit number 3, an edited wardrobe and uniform. Now, this is one of the strongest research patterns. Women who look low maintenance own fewer clothes, buy duplicates of what works, and stick to silhouettes that flatter their body. Now, why does this work? The brain reads cohesion as elegance, and when you have fewer decisions to make, you have a calmer posture and energy. Last year, I committed to a capsule wardrobe and got rid of a lot of stuff that I don't wear, and now I intentionally go out of my way to buy pieces that I know I can wear with a lot of different outfits. Second, I have a uniform for my day-to-day errands. I bought 3 matching sweatpants of like a hoodie and a shirt. That's cute. I bought 3 of them, and that's all I wear when I go to the park with my son, when I take him to school and out and just buying groceries. It's really cold here, so this works really well for me. But I bought 3 sets of the same thing. It just looks good on me, and I just know that I have a set when the other one's in the laundry. In terms of finding clothes that flatter your body, now I wish I knew this knowledge a long time ago because I have a very certain type of body. I have very wide hips, small waist compared to my hips, and had a pretty much like a pear-shaped body. After doing a lot of research, finding out that QB style or styles that flatter my body works so well, and now everything I wear, I know now works so well for me in terms of creating outfits that I don't have to keep wearing outfits and take a long time to plan things for an event because I just know what flatters my silhouette. I remember seeing very thin models wear like baggy shirts and pants, and I always tried to recreate the look and it never looked the same. It looked so off. And after learning that, every woman's different. What you see on someone else will not necessarily look good on you. And learning that and accepting the fact that this is my natural body and focusing on what works for my type of body has made shopping and getting dressed so much easier. Why is this high maintenance? I kind of mentioned it. Editing your closet takes effort. Letting go of clothes, buying duplicates, tailoring pieces, and being honest with what fits your body now. And why does this look low maintenance? You always look cohesive. That's important. And most importantly, it prevents the panic of, oh my gosh, I have nothing to wear spiral. That definitely gets thrown out the window. Habit number 4, prepared mornings. And I'm not referring to early mornings. Research on productivity and routines show that evening prep drastically reduces cortisol in the morning. Examples look like clothing pre-selected, your bags are packed, and your hair is planned the night before. And why does this work? Lower stress equals better appearance. And most importantly, there's no frantic energy. I had a cousin that always planned and prepped her outfit the day before school or work. And I can vouch that she always looked so effortlessly chic all the time. All of her jewelry was intact, her outfits were cohesive, and she just every morning she always walked out the door looking her best self. But I knew the night before that she'd put in a lot of thought and effort and planned about what she's going to wear based on what she had intended on doing the next day. This is considered high maintenance because you're tired at night and you just want to go to bed, and especially if you have kids, you're doing a lot. But think about how easy and smooth your next morning will be and how that can compound throughout your day. And of course, we all know that if you have a slow, soft morning, you're pretty sure you're going to have a very calm evening that day as well. And another tip that I have and have learned to look effortless is that you should never underestimate how much time you really have. So I would never wing the fact that, hey, I'll just wake up and take a shower. Like, I have always taken into account that I have thick hair and drying it and styling it's going to take a long time. So I always get that out of the way a night before when I have something planned in the morning. So I never leave that for the morning. Now, I do this a lot when it comes to going to an event, like a wedding, for example. I'm Afghan, and then kind of similar to like Middle Eastern weddings, we go all out. We wear a gown, we have updos, we have certain shoes. All of it has to look very full glam. And it takes a lot of time. You can't just show up the day of having everything ready. So I plan in advance. I make sure my outfit's themed. I make sure my shoes are matching and comfortable to wear a week in advance. I'm making sure that I have the proper like lashes, that certain look that I want to have, and making sure that my skin is prepped the night before so that my makeup is effortless and looks naturally glowing the day of the wedding. And yeah, a lot of prep work is done for a big event because you can't just do all of that Like, and I think a lot of moms learn this the hard way, is that you can't underestimate how much time you really have. Same for trips. If I'm going on a trip, I don't want to pack. I never want to pack last minute. That just causes stress. You're not going to look as good. You're not going to like the outfits that you're going to pick. And secondly, it's important to have your outfits pre-planned, and when you're on a trip, you're already like doing a lot of things. You don't have time to sit there and figure out what looks good and put together an outfit. You need to have it all planned ahead of time. So, whenever there's a trip planned, immediately start ordering outfits, start making sure I have the proper accessories, immediately making sure I have a visual of what I want my hair to look like with that outfit, and ensuring I have proper shoes for that specific activity. For example, if you're going to Europe, you got to make sure your shoes are comfortable. So little things like that just makes your trip first and foremost fun and easy and smooth, but at the same time making you look and feel effortless. It's easy to just roll out of bed, wear the outfit you already had planned, and go and travel and explore the city. So I know I went off on a bit of a tangent about planning ahead of time, but first and foremost, if you just want to look effortlessly daily, start with the night before. You will look low maintenance because your mornings feel calm, you move slowly, and it looks like you just woke up like that. No frantic energy at 7 a.m. Habit number 5, baseline body maintenance. And I'm not referring to extreme fitness. Research in behavioral psychology shows regular movement improves posture, gait, and facial tone. It's not about the intensity, it's about the consistency. What are common examples of this? The habit of walking, the habit of strength training, and the habit of just stretching and mobility. These are all forms of movement that really make you look effortlessly attractive. And how does that work? Walking tones your legs and really improves your posture. It also changes your gait, the way you move. Smooth, upright movement is subconsciously read as confidence and health. Strength training firms and supports your body. So clothes sit better on your body and you naturally stand taller. Like you see bodybuilders or women that are just so toned and fit, they just naturally have this like confidence and are naturally upright. Your body looks held and intentional, not kind of like soft and just collapsed. For me, I struggle with strength training and did everything I need to do to start strength training. The scale would go up, the weight on my scale, and that would always freak me out and I always give up. Until someone was like, "Hey, stop going on the scale. You just need to pay attention to how clothes fit on your body." So I got rid of the scale, and once I started weightlifting and once I started doing more weightlifting, it's true. Although I was worried about how the scale going up because like there's a lot of factors why that happens, but clothes did look a lot better. You know, my pants, I could stretch it out, like it wasn't as tight on my waist. My arms just felt so defined and toned and clothes. I'm glad I started paying attention to that as a metric because it's true. When you do start weightlifting, clothes do fit better. Another habit that I really love is stretching. I do like a 15-minute miracle morning yoga, and I kid you not, this has helped me with my posture, most importantly. There's something about posture that can make you look so effortlessly chic and so effortlessly confident. It's a simple, like moving your shoulders back and having it up, but you instantly look attractive and beautiful, and versus kind of slouched and just like falling all over the place. But what I'm trying to say is that a way to achieve that posture to make, showing up looking beautiful, a simple hack to coming off effortlessly attractive that's low maintenance, that comes off low maintenance, is literally just working on your posture. Here's a YouTube video that I have used religiously. It's short and sweet, and I can confidently say that this has helped my confidence a lot. This is great for a lot of moms that do baby carrying. The more you carry your babies or you're breastfeeding, or like, when your breasts, get bigger, they're heavier, we can find ourselves slouching more. And also for my working moms at a desk, the more you work, lean forward and type, we need to seriously pay attention to our posture. Not only is it good for your health, it also makes you effortlessly attractive. Why is this high maintenance? Consistent movement takes years of discipline. This is a lifestyle. And why does it look low maintenance? Your posture, your walk, your presence carries you literally, even on low effort days. And most importantly, this prevents panic by you not spiraling over how you look because your body feels familiar and strong. So habit number 6. Now this one is not necessarily a tangible like beauty tip that you could do. This is kind of what you need to do energetically to help you come off effortless. It's not beauty, but it just kind of shows up how you are physically. Now, this may be a hot take, but it is time boundaries. This is behavioral psychology. I think it's very important to bring this up. Women who look calm are not rushing, are not overbooked, and are not reacting constantly. And why does this work? It has been proven that stress does show up in your face, in your posture, and in your voice. Whereas a calm nervous system is read as polished. Very rarely are we going to see the royal family of Great Britain be reactive and wild. They're very calm, very elegant, and polished. And it's because they obviously have time boundaries, for example. Now, why is this high maintenance? Boundaries require a lot of emotional discipline, especially for my people pleasers out there, including myself. You have to say no to people, you're protecting your schedule, and you stop overgiving. This can be a very hard thing to do and takes a lot of inner work to work on that. It's high maintenance. I will classify it as high maintenance. But why does this come off so low maintenance? You don't look rushed, you don't look frazzled or depleted. Calm reads as polished. So how does this prevent panic? When you have a better grasp on your time and you're able to set boundaries on what you give your energy to and what you give your time to, because ultimately time is currency, your life isn't as chaotic. So your appearance holds up. You are making time for yourself. You are investing in yourself. This isn't necessarily beauty. This is what protects your beauty. Habit number 7, never ever introduce insecurity. There's a social psychology finding that the people notice your flaws that you believe to be a flaw only after you point them out. Examples look like, sorry guys, I look so tired. I slept this many hours last night, and it literally highlights the bags on your eyes. Another example is self-depreciating jokes. What does this look like? These wrinkles weren't here yesterday. It's all downhill after 30, right? This is what motherhood does to you. Or if it's about your body. I'm in my bloated era. Or I shouldn't have eaten that. Or one of those comparison jokes. I'm just not one of those naturally pretty girls. Guys, you gotta stop. The energy is just not there. And also not apologizing for your appearance. Sorry guys, I just rolled out of bed today. Sorry guys, my makeup is not the best. Don't point out your flaws. Don't do it. There will be days for us women where we won't be able to attempt to look our best or feel our best, or might not have enough time to look the well-polished self, to not look our well-polished self in some cases. However, it's still very important to, despite that, walk in confidently and not even mention what you possibly think what others are thinking about you. Because I can say 99% of the time, they won't notice what you notice on your face. And I remember once I was at a dinner with friends, and everyone at the table were talking about if they had the time or money or whatever to do plastic surgery, what they would work on their face. And every single feature that each person brought up, I would have never noticed that being an insecurity for them. A beautiful woman pointed out her double chin that I actually thought made her look really cute. Someone was like, I just don't like my lips. I wish I could get lip filler. And I was just shocked at how these women were insecure about things that I would have never noticed. And that's when I learned myself that, hey, just like I feel insecure about a few things, the other people will not see what I see. And once I accepted that, I barely bring up my insecurities and walk into rooms very confident, even though I may feel insecure about a few things. I just won't point it out to other people. Now, why is this high maintenance? We feel that if we point out the flaws, you're already mentioning what people are thinking, and it kind of feeds into like you validating yourself or just like getting it off your chest. But it takes a lot of self-control to not point out your flaws and not seek reassurance. And why does this come off low maintenance? People don't notice what you never introduce. You're read as confident and grounded. How can this prevent the panic? Silence stops the spiral before it even starts. So, to wrap up this video, high maintenance beauty habits are not about beauty all the time. They're about giving you more freedom and time. You front load the effort so you don't have to live in panic and feel and look beautiful all the time. Because this is what looking low maintenance really is. Not perfection, preparedness. So here's one thing I want you to take away from this video. High maintenance habits are not about being perfect. They're about building a life where you don't panic when things don't look busy. I know that my high maintenance habits came clutch in the most vulnerable times of my life. Postpartum, for example. That's a very tough time for all women, but because I had built the standards and equipped myself with these habits, I looked and felt my best easily. And a lot of women were like, wow, you look pretty good for someone postpartum. It's because of all the work I had done ahead of time. And for example, and also I've lost a parent. And in times of grief, a lot of people let themselves go. But because I've built these habits, I was able to still maintain my overall appearance, which in turn helps with my confidence and not really drag me down even more when I'm already dealing with loss. So, I really recommend this for all women out there that feel very busy, that these high maintenance efforts will really come clutch when you need it. You do the work once, you set the standards, and then you move through your day feeling calm, put together, and supported. If this video helped you in any way, please leave a comment below and let me know what you thought. I have other videos on my channel that I would love for you to check out that helps you design a life that feels good as it looks. So make sure you check those out. And once again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I would love to see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.